slight problem here. The hydraulics on my powerful on the beam. It's quite an old beam, 1983, so only 40 years old. So we need to go and do something with it and plate it, weld it and then plate it, I think. Oh me, what next? The boom in the gravedigger here's decided to snap in half. So I'm going to have to go and see if I can sort it and plate it or something. So then let the fun begin. I've been knocking, trying to get this back into shape. I'm going to wait to grind a bit there, I think. It's not quite, well, you can see there's a bend in it there. So I'll run the little grinder down here and relieve it, so we can move it that way. So anyway, now I'll let it weld along there and along there. Now we'll have to plate it. Probably the best thing to do would be get a new beam at some point, but that's a big job, very big job. So we'll see if we can repair it for now. That's what happened here. This was all broken out and I put these new plates in. So I'll bring you back in 4. I've got it back together, welded up. It's not very bonny welding, I can't show you. But I put plenty of weld on and I put a 4mm plate through to take up the gap that I had to grind out. So I'll wait to get this piston hydraulic ram back on and give it a go and see what happens if it breaks again. Probably looking at just getting a new bit of steel and a lot of work to put it into one place. So hopefully that'll work. Okay, I'll get it back together and give it a test. I tested it by putting it out flat and picking it up, trying to pick the tractor up, and it didn't snap. So I'll maybe tidy up the welding at some point. Yeah, now that I'm that way I can get a nicer weld. So anyway, there's plenty. I did it with the MIG to start with, but I run out of wire and not a stick welder, and I could see the sleep better with the stick. It's a pity it's this bit here. There's quite a lot of weld in there. If we had the MIG, we could have just run something across there a couple of times and got some. If I'd had the MIG, we could have just run something across here and build it up and then stick weld it. But I've got that plate right through and it's welded apart from across the top here. It's welded. There was a crack there, same the other side, and then a big crack here, around 3 ways. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to dig stuff out with it. I say it's not beautiful, but bit of time with a grinder, and when I've more time I'll maybe get it looking a bit better. Somebody was having trouble getting this nut out here. It's quite tight, so I've got a big Allen key in there and I got a pipe on here and held there, but it still wouldn't move. So what I did, I've got this little wee blow up and I just gently heated it round for a bit. We got blow on that. And there was a big crack as it came, and it came out. I couldn't move it until I heated it, so I can't remember who it was in the Polaris was having a job with that, and I suggested McLaren Tractors for a part. I was asking about this exhaust today. The mid-section that you can see there with the tape on, the time I get that I'll be 350 quid with postage and everything. So let me try and make one. I've been cleaning up the cross-sliding lathe here. This is the old cork wiper which was in here, so I made a new one. That was a 50mm round in Ireland, so took some out the middle. It's no easy stuff to work with a circular saw, but it's actually easier to use if you use hand tools because you're not generating any heat. So we've got a half round in the bottom there. And took all this apart and cleaned everything. There's a cover to go in there yet, which is down there. No, seems to be doing not mad. It's just everything was getting a bit clarty, so that's not bad. So I'm a bit ill again. I've had another stroke. 23rd, whatever day this is. So I'm back to my wheelchair again for long distances. Oh well. Survival rate's not brilliant. 26% I think for people that have 2 strokes, but I'm still here and pottering about, just not so energetic. I'm trying to get this 3-jaw chuck aligned. Probably spent about a day messing about with it. That's it within 5/10. I actually welded it to the back plate in the end so it doesn't move. Just tacked it, so it's easy enough to get off the line. And just two brushes working. I didn't actually know the lasers that accurate. So I'll just get the jaws aligned now. Hopefully, so if it comes off, we'll just need to take off the bolts at the back there. Take it off in 1 unit. Well, that's the best I can get, and that's with shimming it. One at 6 thou, one at 8 thou. When I'm machining it, the forces are outwards, I think. So when you do that, the forces are inwards. I've got written on the jaws what I need to do, so if I come out here it goes to 25, but I think it's that bit of material is not straight. So 1.5 thou, which is okay for what I do. Oh well, I'll just have to live with it, unless I can think of something. Just trying to get the jaws through here, so I've put that a level on that jaw pointing towards us and run the cross slide in. So it's staying at 1 all the way in. So, do the next one. I have to hold the phone into this at the same time. That's level. We're on 1 yet. Second jaw. Third one should be the same. Fair enough. Even if this level's off, they've all been done with the same level. So 5/10 backlash maybe. I'll have to take that out and put something in and see how it does. This is a continuation. This is the jaws pushing outwards on an old engine sleeve, so it should be pretty round. So that's 0.5 in that jaw, 1.5 all the way up and down, and 1 in that jaw. So it's when you go in you have the problems. This is, I've been trying to get this in 3-jaw trammed in, I think they call it. So that's the second jaw there. And that's the third jaw there, which is not bad for a, you're only speaking what, 5/10 there, is it? Go around. What I did, one was 7, and I remember the guy from X Precision saying if you've got a 3-jaw, instead of going mad tightening it, just give the jaw a gentle chop in the end there. So that took it from 7 to 1, and then I just went round them until I got them as good as that. So that's alright, that's half a thou, I think, anyway. It's jaw 1, 1.5, jaw 2, 0.5 maybe, and then jaw 3 is 0.5. So for a £89 3-jaw Chinese chuck, I think that's not bad. I can live with that. So it's day 3 of messing about with this chuck. Good job, I've nothing else to do. So that's reading 1, minus 1 in the digital one there. 5/10 ish, 1, depends what it is. I think it moves about like anybody's business. 5/10 minus 1. I think that was minus 5/10. And 1, it's, I don't think I'm going to get any more accurate than that. It does jump about that wee bit, that thing. It could be. I've got a bolt in that had been ground and I polished it with fine sandpaper just to make sure it was round. So for a 3-jaw, I've tried it out the way as well, and it's good. Good out the way, good in the way, so I'm going to leave it at that. The bit of material I was using's got a banana shape in it. I think that was part of my problem. So since I started with this bolt, it's been a lot better. You know, when things are bad, when you actually tidy up the drill press bench and put all the drills in the right place. So I've got this set here. I'm going to take over to the lathe. It's an Imperial box full of metric drills now. This is just spare drills I've got. A few there, that's a 17 in there. I've got bigger, I think I've got up to 22 now using the lathe. So, see what I tidy up tomorrow. I'm trying to cut an M12 1.25 pitch thread. So this is my setup. I've got a dial gauge showing me my start point when it comes back. I've got 0 on here and I'm going 5 thousandths at a time on here. And I've got the nut that goes on there, so it's too big at the moment, but I'm not bothered about that. So we'll run it along and see what happens. So I'm using evens. Two's just coming round. This is my 4th go at this. Yesterday was a disaster, so I haven't really got the thread relief at the end. I'm just stopping it, flick it back to 0. That back for revolution. Back to that 0 and then add 5 thou on the compound here. See how it goes. I was just going to show you some of the features of my 1930 to 1960 Mark 1 Edgewick lathe. Now in modern lathes you have to sometimes change gears. So in 1930 all you had to do to get metric on here and move that to there and that to there, and then like if you wanted any of these sizes, D and E, and that's it, and that's your forward and reverse. If you wanted Whitworth, just move it the other way, and you had all these pitch sizes here. I remember this started, the first of these was made in 1930. The only time you need to change gears is here, and that's for a double pitch start. Which I'm not exactly sure what it is like, but I think you get a multi-thread start. So, don't buy new, too complicated. An old beast like this only weighs about 1,000 kilos. A bit worn in places, but it works away. It's not as worn as I am. So that's it, and it's got the drive, you've got a lead screw, you've got a drive. Doesn't always work going that way, but usually works going this way. That works coming this way, but not that way. And I'm saying I've made a few adaptations to the gear cogs here because they weren't working. New chuck, and that's there you go. I've been making an exhaust expander, or a drift as I would call it, so I had this bit of scaffolding pipe in it, a bit of 1.25 MI, put it up the machined it so it go in the inside, welded it, and then turned a 5-degree taper using the compound, set the compound like that, and then as I moved it forward it was coming away at 5 degrees. So that's my start, and then I think I'm going to have to heat this and then get it onto there, and that way the next bit of pipe will go inside it, and then I can weld the two together. So you have a bit of a double thickness of pipe, which make it easier to weld, I would think. I'd probably weld that okay, but it'd be better than it being butted, if you know what I mean. Some of them might have to be butt joints, like, we'll see. Okay, see how it goes. Not doing any more today. Well, I managed to get the pipe belled out with that drift, as I would call it, and it's fitting quite well, but it took a heck of a lot of heat. I had to get this cherry red before it would expand on me, and I destroyed the welding on that. That was MIG welding, so I think I would have to arc weld it. But I think the other way we maybe could do it is just cut a section and then cut one side, open it, and then fill it with a part. That would be a lot easier, I think, because it would be split anyway. So I'll see. Well, just an experiment, a drift there. So. But it did work, like. So back to plan B. It's the Demon Kitty with her prey. Now that was upstairs, so she's taking it down and back again.